A white chocobo at the end of the world.
Choco Loco, Lina!
Even if it is, someone spoke to me. The voice was real, and it mentioned the Angel of Valhalla. I want to know who it was.
If you think that's what you need to do, then go ahead. You have a lead, at least.
If you want to know about the angel...
Right, a bad-tempered chocobo vet by the name of Dr. Gazal. They said I could find him in Canopus Farms. No time for hesitation.
This was probably a bad idea.
No looking back. We'll all be reborn. Okay, gotta hang in. The Savior's got a job.
Have to defend.
What's done is done. I'm done.
Your escape just now cost you an hour here in the world.
North of here lies a desolate land that's littered with the hulks of downed airships. Hardly anyone goes there, apart from the curious and the brave. If you manage to trek across that land, you'll eventually reach one particular airship wreck. There's a man who lives in that wreckage, a recluse who's turned his back on the rest of human society. Of course, he's not the only recluse to make his way out to the wildlands, but this one stands out with his giant nest of a haircut. I hear he used to be a pilot back in the day.
Don't hesitate to be a guide. I'm already on edge. But you mentioned to come out to this zone, so I decided to follow with it. Okay, there's a place right there. I only have one thing for time left. Oh, really? Okay. shit, that wasn't a spell, that was a guard.
No looking back. What the hell?
I can't fight nothing out of here?
You escaped from harm, but in the outside world, a whole hour has passed already.
Where the hell's the flower?
Light, I just want to remind you that it's almost 6, and you know what happens then. When it's time, you'll be transported automatically up to the Ark.
There should be a load rate in the save in the settings, but I guess not. One more reason to not like this setup. I don't know what's with that system error thing.
A white chocobo.
Choco loco.
There's nothing about this in any of the official scriptures of the Order. It's a local story, a superstition.
Even if it is, someone spoke to me. The voice was real, and it mentioned the Angel of Valhalla. I want to know who it was.
If you think that's what you need to do, then go ahead. You have a lead, at least.
Right, a bad-tempered chocobo vet by the name of Dr. Gazal. They said I could find him in Canopus Farms.
If you want to learn more about the...
Hello there, stranger. Welcome to Canopus Farms. My name's Garrett. Guess you could say I run things around here. What can we do for you?
I've come to talk to your vet, Dr. Gazal.
Ah, got it. You want to know about the Angel of Valhalla, right? Well, Dr. Gazal's your man.
Yeah, well, that's what everyone tells me.
He's been chasing that white chocobo for over a century now. No one comes close to his passion and expertise. It's all he cares about since his daughter died.
What is it?
Ah, damn. I shouldn't have said anything about his daughter. It's not a secret or anything, but he really hates anybody talking about it. The doctor first came out here with his daughter. They planned to learn about the legend together. But about a century ago, she was killed while they were both out tracking chocobos. It was tragic. The doctor never really told the whole story of what happened. But after that, he threw himself even deeper into his research and work. Soon, it was all he cared about. But listen, promise me one thing, okay?
I won't let on that you told me. Don't worry.
Thanks, I'd appreciate it. I mean, everyone around these parts knows the story, of course, but he wouldn't like it if strangers started asking about his past. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing the legendary Chocobo for yourself, Dr. Gazal is the man you have to talk to. They say he's seen the Angel of Valhalla more than a few times. At least a Chocobo that looks just like it.
Sounds like he could help.
I'd bet my hunting bow on it.
Yeah.
Well, may nature bless you.
What do you mean?
It's just a saying we have out here in the wildlands. It means good luck.
By all accounts, he's a difficult man to deal with.
Hey, so you trust me, lady?
What do you want?
I want to know more about the Angel of Valhalla.
Go away.
I heard you know things. The encounter is ordained. You have been led to the fountainhead whence the chaos flows. Does that mean anything to you?
Great Etro's helm. Where did you hear those words? Who spoke them?
A young girl, but I never saw her.
A maiden's voice born on the wind. Yes, that's how I heard them too. So it would appear that she has spoken to both of us. Very well. I will share what I know. The angel is a tempestuous chocobo that lives in these plains. I myself have glimpsed the creature many times, but unfortunately I've never succeeded in capturing him. It is said whoever can break him and ride him will become his master. But I've long since given up hope that it shall be me.
Nor me. I don't know anything about chocobos.
Don't rule yourself out, young lady. You may be the one. If
The
you're telling
one?
the truth about the voice, that is. It's true, not everyone who hears the voice is the chosen one. But rest assured, the encounter will happen. The legends tell us that the chocobo's chosen master will be led by the chocobo to a certain place. I speak of that dread edifice whence the chaos emerges, the temple of Etro herself.
You mean the one built into the cliff?
The very same. And deep below that sinister haven of destruction, an ocean of chaos roils, the great chaos of the stories.
What does that mean? Is it a different kind of chaos?
Alas, the legends give us few details. If you wish to find an answer to that question, you will have to seek the truth in the temple.
And to do that, I've got to find and tame the Angel of Valhalla.
Yes, indeed. But that, let me assure you, is no easy task. I have a couple of assistants who live here in the village. Talk to them, and they can give you advice about finding the chocobo.
An ocean of great chaos buried beneath. I just want to...
Well, you claim to have heard the voice, and that's when I decided that
You said you heard her too. The young girl. Was it recently?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Why, it was nigh on 100 years ago. I well remember the day. But that's enough talk. Anyway, what value is there in indulging an old man's urge to prattle of the past? Young woman, you have better things to do, such as finding the Angel of...
No, I'd say it's likely they don't. That temple appeared here from the other world, from Valhalla itself. When it still stood in Valhalla, it was responsible for sealing away a power, the one that now consumes the world. Something inside that temple is the source, the thing that created the chaos. 500 years ago, it let...
Excuse me, do you know anything about the...
Do I? You're as smart as you look coming to me with that question. I'll have you know I am the oldest, yes, that's right, the oldest surviving student of the great Dr. Gazal himself. First, the basics. The legendary Chocobo, the so-called Angel of Valhalla, is not a creature anyone can find just by looking for it.
Except, I'm guessing you're gonna tell me that you can.
Not quite, but I can tell you what the good doctor has told me. That angel is anything but angelic. It's a rough, wild beast. He deliberately seeks out his mortal foe, the Chocobo Eater. So you see, if you wish to find the white Chocobo of legend...
I should find a chocobo eater.
Precisely. I knew you were smart. Now, the last sighting of a Chocobo Eater was in the City of Ruins. The ruins lie in grim terrain that stretches yonder to the east. But the Chocobo Eater is a fearsome beast. Be prepared for a fight.
If you want to find the prey, seek out the predator. It makes sense. You should head east and find the City of Ruins.
Well, I suppose you want to know about our village. Our home was built many years ago by a gang of Garrett has looked after the village's welfare.
Okay. Dr. Ghazal is no easy master, let me tell you.
Oh my.
Now what? Hi. Come back again soon.
Hey there! Can I... Safe travel!
You're gonna be straying off the main path. I have just what you need.
The night is full of dangerous beasts. Stay indoors and sleep in.
I might have some accessories. Oh.
A great city was once built here. wildlands. The initial flood of chaos devastated this entire area.
So this is where it began. The beginning of the end.
Come, stay, friend. These lands are filled. What's more, a chocobo eater rampages in the east.
If a chocobo predator's out there, there must be chocobos too.
Oh, so you were seeking the wild chocobo. Normally, I would warn city folk from such folly, but you look capable enough. But no, if
No,
you
I'm
find
not.
yourself in trouble, return quickly to the high road.
Can't kill any
My
of these
people are
things.
there and will help.
Dr. Gazal talked about a great chaos beneath the temple of the goddess. What do you think?
I hope that I'm wrong about this, but I'd say that the force behind the world's destruction might be buried somewhere in that temple.
The unseen chaos. No room for doubts now. You're down.
Oh, I can kill these little guys.
You're down. You want to be saved. Okay, gotta hang in. I came into contact with it just once. I still remember the feeling. It's not something that belonged in this world. It had to be stopped and destroyed. But
Son of a bitch, I'm going the wrong way.
I wasn't strong enough to stop it. The chaos came anyway, and it destroyed the world.
It came from the darkness that God cannot see. It's a distortion of the unseen realm, and there's no reason to think it won't come again.
It may be invisible to God, but it isn't to us. I'll be able to find it, if there's enough left of me to call human. It's the white chocobo. I found it.
He's injured. You have to help him.
A worthy opponent. You're down. Savior's got it.
Ah, what was the button for superpower when they're staggered? Oh, oh crap.
Time can't be stopped. It's your funeral. Your soul is my plunder. Don't even try.
Go to hell.
Yeah, you know what? I think with a little bit of practice, I could probably wear him down and beat him, but I'm not gonna win this round for sure. Okay.
You escaped from harm, but in the outside world, a whole hour has passed already.
So that's just gonna warp me right back, isn't it?
It's nearly 6. I'm sure you know what that means. No need to tie up any loose ends, though. Time stands still in this world while you're up in the Ark. It's a pretty handy system, isn't it? Light, I just want to remind you that it's almost 6, and you know what happens then. When it's time, you'll be transported automatically up to the Ark.
Strange flower blooms.
It's the white chocobo. I found it.
He's injured. You have to help him.
I can't help him.
Welcome back, Light. Now step forward and offer your Aradia so we can give time back to the world. Pray.
As the world dies around me, I offer this blessing.
Guys keep telling me I don't have to worry about these days.
I haven't told you everything about Aradia. Come here and I'll tell you what you need to know.
Jesus. Got a whole set with that one.
This is Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life. It's a holy tree, and its life force is entwined with that of the world. Aradia gives Yggdrasil the power to grow. As the tree grows stronger, so too does the world. With enough Aradia, you can extend its life and push back the Day of Destruction. Up to 13 days, after which God awakens.
So the more Aradia I can collect, the bigger that tree will grow. And the bigger the tree, the longer the world has before Doomsday.
There are certain areas within Nova Chrysalia that I want you to focus on. 5 locations where I'm picking up anomalous chaos readings.
And I'm guessing one of those locations is right where Snow is.
Yes, exactly. The palace in the city of Yusnan. There is another spot, in the heart of Luxarian, the Holy City. One more in the scorching sands of the Dead Dunes. And finally, I've measured large chaos fluctuations at 2 locations in the Wildlands.
4 regions, 5 locations.
To be more precise, the goals are people, not places. For example, the chaos activity in and around Snow's palace is linked to him, and the darkness in his heart. It's the same kind of chaos that I'm picking up in the other 4 locations.
And you want me to find these 5 people?
They're your priority.
Stab them.
Those people have massive burdens on them. The fate of many rests on their shoulders, and that makes your task all the harder. Helping them will not be easy, even for God's handpicked savior. But I can help you. There's a hard truth we must face. There are thousands of people down in the world waiting to be saved, but you cannot help all of them. It's not possible.
I've only got a handful of days. There just isn't enough time, right?
This will sound cold, but you need to be efficient. Saving people who are suffering under the heaviest burdens will give you more Aradia, which is good for us. But the greater the burden, the more you might have to do before that soul can be saved. Sometimes, solving someone's problem might just take too long.
You're saying I shouldn't waste time on helping the hard cases. I've got to pick and choose who gets saved.
Of course it would be best if you could save everyone, but you can't. It's a numbers game, Light. The more souls you save, the more Aradia you can gather and offer to the tree. The time spent helping one person might be better spent saving the souls of 10 others.
Efficiency by volume, is that it? A numbers game, like you say. Control costs and maximize profits. What is it that they say? Time is money.
In this world, all the clocks count to 12, but that wasn't always the case. Back in the old days, all clocks went to 13. Somehow, when the chaos first flooded into the world, we lost that 13th hour. It was one of the great mysteries. No one could figure it out. But happen, it did. And the results were dramatic. Space-time has been damaged. Where once each day lasted 26 hours, now only lasts 24. 2 hours of every day gone just like that. The lost time. Light, do you understand? The more souls you save...
Okay. Where should I go?
Where am I?
Ooh.
What is this?
Hey, Savior! What's going on?
You again?
Right. Can you hear me? Are you alright? Where are you?
What's the problem? Equipment trouble?
I'm out. I'm getting crazy readings. The coordinates make no sense. I can't pinpoint your position.
Hope, are you there?
No. Hope can't hear you or see you. You're invisible. Do you know why? Because we're inside you. Spooky, huh?
You mean inside my mind?
Yeah, it's a safe place that God can't see. You could almost say it's like, oh, I don't know, an unseen realm.
All right, if you say so. But that begs the question, what the hell are you doing in here?
I have a name. It's Lumina, and I know a lot about you. You need my advice, and in here we can talk about anything we want, safe from prying eyes.
Prying eyes? You mean Hope?
Yep, he might not realize it, but everything he learns gets passed straight on to God.
What of it? I don't have any secrets to hide.
Oh, right. You're the loyal servant, aren't you? You wouldn't dream of betraying him. And don't worry, okay? Even if I know otherwise, well, my lips are sealed.
I have no reason to betray him.
Right. That's very convincing. Keep those feelings hidden and play the loyal little servant. You want to be as cold as a steel in your sword. You do that, and then no one can guess what's inside. It's true, God can't see into human hearts. But he can read your face and tone, just like anyone else, and make his own guesses.
Like I said, I don't have anything to hide. He's promised to bring Sarah back. I'm not gonna do anything that might cause him to change his mind. Why should I?
Are you still in there, Lightning? Why are you afraid?
Huh?
Come on, think about it. We're inside your mind, don't you get it? If you can't be true to yourself here, where can you? I know you haven't changed, 'cause you can't.
What the hell are you?
We're just particles of dust brushed from the palm of a god. That's all we ever were. Right, sis?
No, wait! That was Sarah.
Oh my.
Finally! I've got a connection again. Light, what just happened?
I was talking to Lumina.
Lumina? That girl? What does she want? And where is she now?
You didn't hear any of that?
No, my sensors didn't pick up a thing. Are you sure she was there? Maybe it was just a dream.
A dream? Maybe that's what it was.
Right. Teleport complete.
How do you level up in this game?
In order to infiltrate the children of Etra's rights, we need to figure out their code. The 4 numbers.
Right, and if we don't figure it out by tonight, another girl...
This is where you can...
Well, you know, I kind of wish the other two Final Fantasy 13 games would have let you do a full install. Help kill the loading time. That would have been cool. Oh god. I see them red teleporting cactuars.
I'm afraid that this is your stop. Lightning, it doesn't look like anyone else got off here but you.
Well, this is a shock. A tourist?
You could say that.
Hate to break it to you, but there's nothing worth seeing in this desert. There are some ruins out there, but they ain't the type that any decent folks should go to.
Why not? Are they dangerous?
They're just breeding grounds for monsters. Well, that and home to some legendary treasure or something. The vessel that'll summon the souls of the dead and open the door to the afterlife. They call it the Holy Clavis.
Summon souls, you said? That's promising.
Bunch of nonsense if you ask me. Not that the bandits or the Order will ever give up on it, though. They've been searching for that thing forever. I don't recommend diving into those ruins for some fairy tale. Not if you don't want those bandits on your back for invading their territory.
Thanks for the warning.
Why don't you find those bandits' headquarters and see what they know? I'm sure they'll have information about the ruins and Clavis. This is...
Chocobocolina!
After all, why would...
Color me surprised. I have some kind of luck to find a customer clear out. Thank you.
There ain't no customer. This has turned into a real... Thought I'd start a new market. Hey, are you... Not that it matters to me. Buy something, would you?
Wow, that was pretty straightforward.
Appreciate it.
Warpoint hasn't been used in over 100 years.
Just for you. Appreciate it.
I've looked into that Clavis for you.
Yeah, that's not the first thing I want to try to play.
Capable of drawing the souls of the dead to it. That's about all we know. It seems the Order has been trying hard to recover the relic. In recent years, they've dispatched several parties series of secutors to the desert.
But they haven't had any luck, right? It seems like the Order isn't the only one interested either. The bandits also want it.
Yes, the bandits that call this desert home. They make a living by taking what they can from the ruins and selling their finds.
Are they bandits or grave robbers? I don't know how much this clavis is worth, but if it can be used to gather souls, it sounds pretty handy for a savior.
Yes, it's the only artifact of its type in the world. If the Order is willing to spend so many resources searching for it, it's probably worth finding.
The light of your soul is mine. You won't steal our future.
Sounds like a plan. I can't. How do I scan it?
This will be your last battle.
How do you scan?
You're down.
Yeah, but I don't. That's not really scanning it. That's just looking at what it already knows.
Savior's got a job. Time can't be stopped.
Oh. Path is blocked. Oh, I get it.
Light, you've got to draw back. There's no sense in trying to push through this sandstorm.
Should I be stopping time?
The way was completely blocked. By that sandstorm. You should be able to get through once the winds die down a bit.
Yeah.
Don't even try. I need more time. The end is close. Okay, gotta hang in.
Nerd.
Expected as much.
Yeah, but I only have a few of them. I know what you mean now.
something about the Clavis, considering how much time they've spent in the ruins. But be careful if you go in there.
Son of a
You
bitch.
think you can beat me? I need more time. Don't even try. Time can't be stopped. You want to be saved. Final words?
There's at least one settlement here in the desert. Hopefully, you'll be able to rest up there. But it seems like it's the bandits' base. They may not exactly welcome a stranger like you.
Well, considering how they've been tracking me, I don't think I'll need to introduce myself.
So, you noticed. Yes, it looks as though they've been keeping an eye on you ever since you stepped foot in their desert.
Let 'em. We'll meet face to face soon enough.
Just as the light begins to fade to dark, the moaning wind sings songs to my forebodings. Am I alone?
Come on.
No one watching
Give me a free item. Okay. Then drink.
You're nearly to the settlement now. I'm sure that you're looking forward to a bit of rest.
But don't get too used to it.
But I wouldn't let your guard down if I were you. I would guess that everyone living there is part of the bandit gang.
So don't be surprised if I wake up at knife point, is that it? Fine by me. It'd give me an excuse to beat some information out of them.
You'd use yourself as bait? Just for that?
Yes.
I guess that's just
Yes,
like
I
you.
would.
But don't let yourself get hurt, okay?
I've been surveying the desert all these long years. But I have been completely flummoxed by those cursed tablets.
Take a look around. I don't barter. You got that? Hey, what's with the sourpuss? You don't have a complaint about my fine assortment now, do you?
It's good enough, I suppose.
Go on! I don't need some uppity tourists making demands. Go somewhere else if you don't like my wares. Go on, get!
If you insist, I will.
I
You're not
bought
the only
something.
merchant around.
He's being a
That's where
bitch.
you're
I
wrong,
should
mister.
stab him.
Far as I know, this is the only shop in the desert. There was one other fella, but he couldn't cut it. Lost all his drive to sell out here. When that happens, well, that's the same as death to a salesman.
So, what made him give up?
Damn fool. He bet his dreams on the desert, that's what. Poor old Ramon. He thought he'd make a real name for himself out here, selling to adventurers. But in the end, he lost sight of his dream and his business.
Sounds good for you, though he doesn't seem like he was much of a rival anyway.
Shut it! You don't know the first thing about him.
Didn't mean to offend you. What's there to get so worked up about anyway?
Nothing. Not a damn thing. It's just like you say. He was nothing at all. It's not like he'd ever been a threat to my business anyway. No, not Ramon. I'm done talking about him. If you want to know more, ask him yourself. You'll find him near that old camp in the giant sandbox.
He was a pretty strange guy, wasn't he? But if he's really the only merchant around like he says, then I guess you'll have to count on him for help. Unless, of course, you want to find out for yourself about that Ramon fellow.
Or I could stab.
Unusual to see a traveler around these parts. This is Ruffian, the only settlement in the desert. It used to be a real town once, but most people have gone and given up on the bandit life. We're all that's left.
What's this? A tourist, eh? If you really want to get any of us to talk, you'd better go see Adonis first.
Here's fine.
So, what do you have?
Chugging jerky, lizard meat nachos, cactar tequila.
You better come again!
Sorry, I only have business with seed hunters.
The buildings here are ancient structures.
Where'd you come from? You're not one of those sneaks from the Order, are you?
Well, huh. Would it really matter if I were?
No. I'm not gonna tell you a thing either way, so you might as well move on.
Guess I should have known better than to ask some lowly grunt. You're no help to me. Where's the boss?
If you think you're gonna get to meet our boss, you'd better learn to ask nicely.
Did
Fuck
I hurt
no.
your feelings? Excuse me, but would you do me the great honor of showing me the way to your boss? Please.
I don't have no help to spare for strangers. Find the boss yourself.
I'd say definitely criminal is closer. At least there's not much of a dress code. Other than looking like a thief.
The desert safe. Welcome. Come on. Well, that's a shame. Next time then.
That kid just gives you the creeps. You know what I mean?
Just awoke.
What are you doing?
Nothing much. Just gilling my spots for hall to ear. Dutter do youing, wum-ass.
Hope, can you interpret this for me?
It seems to me like it's some kind of code or cipher, but I don't have enough data yet to break it.
Can't you speak normally?
Show nit. Of course I can. Look, I don't have any info about any treasure, if that's what Buffet to you.
Doesn't seem like many people choose to live out here unless they're after treasure. So, what's your story?
Me be Lee. The world's going to end soon anyway, right? If that's the case, what's the point in having dreams or working?
So, sitting around waiting for the end was the best idea you could come up with. Nice way to spend your last days.
Well, yeah, it's boring, but nothing I do now makes any sort of difference anyway, so why bother? No matter how much I might unravel mysteries of the past, none of these bandits care. They don't even listen to my findings. Troen even nice to understand.
I get that it's hard to stay motivated when no one appreciates what you do.
I'd say so. If you get it, why are you giving me a hard time? Just leave me alone. I'm done with all of it. I ditched all my equipment in the desert. If you find any of my old things, they're yours. Take them away with you.
I think I may just do that. They deserve better than getting tossed aside by some sulking, spoiled kid.
Fake them, 10.
It's a big desert, you know. Do you really expect to find his things out there in the middle of nowhere?
Yes, I do.
I'd better be able to. After running my mouth like that.
Why, hello. Looks like it's your first time to our humble home. Welcome. Do you need a guide?
That's exactly what I need. That and some answers to a few questions I have.
A woman who knows what she wants. Fire away and I'll do my best.
Rumor has it that you bandits might be able to tell me about the Holy Clavis.
So you know who we are. From what I can tell, you don't look like one of those order lackeys, so what possible use could you have for the Clavis?
Why should I have to tell you that?
You shouldn't, and you don't. You're not one of us, so you can do whatever you want, but I won't be telling you nothing. If you want to know what we know about the Clavis, you'll just have to join our gang, Monoculus. Have you ever wanted to be a bandit? Now's your chance. Not that we let just anyone join us. But we'll at least let you try out. If you don't like that, then I think you know where the exit is. And that's all I've got to say about this. Name's Adonis, by the way. If you want to attempt the trial, just say the word. I'll explain everything you need to know.
If you want to find the Holy Clavis, it looks...
You ready to see if you've got what it... Oh, made your decision, have you? Then let me explain what you'll have to... There's a giant sandstorm in the desert. You've seen it, right? It's been causing us nothing but grief out here, to say the least. Make it stop. That's your test. Off you go.
Make it stop? The wind? Do you want a bandit or a holy woman?
Oh, fine. Make me explain it all. Look, that thing's not exactly natural. People call it God's wrath. It's magic or a curse or something. If you can trigger the stone monument near it, you should be able to control it, including making it go away.
If you know that, why haven't you taken care of it, instead of asking a stranger?
What, you think a human can control the weather? That's just crazy talk. Now go and give it your all. Best of luck. Beat the monster near the stone monument, and you'll get the key that activates it. And that's the last freebie you'll get from me.
So if you want into the bandit gang, you'll have to defeat a monster, get a certain key, and somehow use that monument to stop God's wrath.
Hearing what Adonis had to say about it didn't sound like anything a normal person could do.
You're right, it's not a very fair trial. But then again, you are the savior. Doing what regular people can't comes with a job, right?
Oh, okay.
I don't. Come again, if you're alive.
Ah. What the hell? Oh, I have to go to it from the original side. Okay, well I can use the cactars to warp back there, right? What's that one called? Where's it at? You'd think the names would be on the map of the cactars. Oh, Jesus.
I'll release your soul. treasure. I've had worse. We'll all be reborn.
Come on.
Time to sleep. What's your most valuable treasure? Time can't be stopped. Fate is what it is. What's done is done. Your soul is my plunder.
Yeah. Yee.
I think that must be it. Adonis's monster. The question is, does it have the key?
Let's hope that it does. But I'll have to beat it to find out. And now I get to be a bandit too.
Yay.
Good. A challenge. Time can't be stopped.
Have to defend.
Eyes to the future.
Oh.
Fate is what it is. Die already. No looking back. Die already. What's your most valuable treasure? Okay, gotta hang in. The end is close.
almost feel like I should have saved it. I hit it I hit it and I was just like, maybe I shouldn't have.
Is this the key? Is this how you activate that monument?
That's the theory, yeah. It's called a crux and supposed to fit
Ah.
right into the monument and switch it on somehow. But not just for anyone. According to all the tales, only those chosen by God can make them work.
Oh, shit.
It doesn't seem dangerous. I think it's just reacting to your power.
Oh, don't tell me. You can actually make it work? Well, shoot. I never thought you'd be able to do it. So you're the real deal. You actually got the crux to do its thing. Guess the boss was right. As usual, you've got some strange kind of power that the rest of us just don't.
Your boss? I don't remember being introduced.
You haven't, but we've been keeping tabs on you ever since you stepped off the train at the station. But I suppose I should let the boss explain the rest in person. 'Cause, honestly, I don't want to get blamed for spilling the wrong things.
So does that mean I'm in?
I said the boss will explain in person, didn't I? You think just anyone gets in to see her? Welcome to the gang. You are now officially part of Monoculus.
Joy.
Light, you've stopped the winds and opened up a new route. This will make for a great shortcut to the bandit settlement. It looks like Adonis wasted no time in using your new shortcut. Why don't you follow his lead and head back to meet the bandit boss? The bandit gang was watching you from the very beginning. It seems like they were just waiting for the right time to talk to you. So the leader of the Monoculus gang saw through to your true power. It looks like you might still have some challenges ahead of you, Light.
No one but us bandits are allowed access to the end.
The Clavis is a myth. We'll never...
It appears that you aren't one of those Secutors from the Order. The Secutors are the greatest rivals that this gang has. Not that either side is particularly close to getting the Holy Clavis anytime soon. They'll never get it if they can't get that door unsealed.
Breaking doors is what I do.
Good job again on the trial. Impressive. You ready to go meet the boss now?
Wait, did my stats just go up, or was that a gear that he gave me? Oh no.
Here she is, boss. The new recruit with the crazy powers. It was just like you said, the crux lit up like a candle.
Perfect timing. Huh? Glad you could make it. Took you long enough, didn't it?
Fang.
What? No hugs and tears for an old friend? Not like I'd expected, though. If you'd shouted Fang and hugged me, I might have had a heart attack on the spot.
Yeah, you guys know each other.
But I'm glad to see you're still the same. It's been a long time, after all. Though I guess a part of you has changed. You're more than just human now. You're on a mission from God now. Right, Savior?
So you know who I am.
Isn't it nice not having to explain things? Yeah, I heard all the stories hanging out with the God Squad in Luxurian. They love talking about their savior.
You were with the Order, but ditched him to come out here to be a gang leader.
Those priests aren't exactly my kind of people. I stuck around to look after Vanille, but then something else came up. I'm after the Clavis now. It's been sealed away for ages, though, and no one's got even close to it. I was beginning to think I'd have to give up. But then you came along and worked your magic with that crux. How about we team up? I want to get that Clavis before the Order does. Help out a friend, Lightning?
Yeah.
How could I refuse an old friend? It'll be like old times, right?
All right. I'll show you what we have on the ruins. We've got lots to talk about. Like what the Order is up to. And Vanille, too. Anyway, we've got ourselves a deal. If you're going into those ruins, I'm coming too. We'll get that holy Clavis, and take down anyone that gets in our way.
Wait a minute. You get party members in this game? Oh, only in the desert.
So the boss turned out to be someone you knew, Erba Yun Fang. You once fought alongside her many years ago.
You do realize that you did too, right? Yet you sure make it sound like it has nothing to do with you.
Well, yes, we did fight together once. A long, long time ago.
We found the entrance in an area called the Giant's Sand. It's near that one statue, the Giant's Hand, we call it. Should be, I'm pretty sure we did put some signs up.
All right, lads. Dig the sand out of your ears and listen up. All of you who've given up on the Clavis and been taking it easy are gonna have a little change of heart. You got that?
Little Miss Sexy.
Atmos Sands. Yeah, that's not. Okay, do I need to wait for her?
Still alive, are you? Not bad.
Might be a little low for the next actual quest, but look around a bit in the desert, grab some telepoints and things. Alright. Then I'm going to see Atmos Sands. Where's that at? In the desert? This whole place is the desert.
Before you head out, it may be a good idea to talk the expedition through, to make sure we're on the same page. So what you're looking for is the Holy Clavis, a mystical relic said to gather the souls of the dead and believed to lie in this desert. Both Monoculus, the gang of bandits headed by Fang, and the Seculars of the Old...
Stick together and we can do it!
wow, I should not be fighting this. Just kill me.
Your escape just now?
Yes, I know what it did. Jesus, Hope, shut up.
Cost you an hour here in the world.
Is he gonna show up everywhere? And he's still following. I was gonna go up there. But screw it, I'll look around this way.
It's a beautiful soul.
Really?
Savior's got a job.
Okay, you're looking for the giant sandbox. That's where you'll find the ancient ruins. Are you sure you haven't got yourself lost?
Nope, I'm avoiding that spot.
You'll all be reborn. Your soul is my plunder.
a branch of the famous Tobias's store, you do know he is the preferred merchant of the great bandit gang Monoculus, out here in... Visit the main store!
Okay, will that cactar wreck me? That I see in the distance? I keep forgetting that you can kind of save on the spot. Oh, well, shit, I guess it don't matter. It took off.
Savior's got its job. Time claims us all.
Wait, hold on. Screw it. We'll go up and look there. So is it okay to use my freeze time twice thing? That one has an afro and I can't touch it. But statue turns off the wind. Okay.
We can do it. The end is close.
He's resistant to everything.
What's done is done. Savior's got a job. Okay, gotta hang in.
I saved before him, didn't I?
It's your funeral. Time to mix it up. You'll all be reborn. Now.
Yeah, I know. I'm out of shit. I was one potion short of whooping him. But if I shouldn't be going that way anyway yet, then there's no point in really beating him anyway, right? Wait, what? Oh. What do you, basically no matter what you do, he takes one hit. Even when he's broken?
According to the information we got from the bandit,
I could just spam attack at that point.
Light, do you see anything?
Oh, come on. Really? Okay. I'll do that again. Maybe I'll just break out, like I'll start the fight with my, you know, the 2-point thing. Wouldn't mind giving it one last shot. Just for the hell of it.
According to the information we got from the bandits, they say it's a giant hand buried in the sand. Light, do you see anything like that?
Try to keep up.
Fate is what it is.
Come on. He juggles me more than he does anything.
Eyes to the future. What's your most valuable treasure? Go to hell.
Come on. You better get nothing else to heal.
You don't look so good, Light. Drink a potion or eat some food to recover your health.
No, but I can.
you can make... You did a fantastical job, Lightning! That was fantabulously impressive. This is a little something for my very, very best friend who likes to help those in need. Oh, yes, of course, I mean you.
Fancy meeting you again. Thank you.
I wanted to go up this way. Hold on a sec. Where did I put the... There's so many and I don't have any of them. Let's see. The hell? I just heard a doo-doo, like, you know, when the device gets... Okay, it's called Ruffian. Go there and then I'll go up. No, I didn't say cancel.
I've been surveying, but
Wait, I wonder if those people say something different now.
You got the permission of the boss, you got it? I got it.
You managed to quell God's wrath.
The Wildlands is out in the boonies, like this place. So you've become a bandit yourself, have you? If you have the power to undo those...
Lightning and I are heading to the ruins first. Now get off your lazy butts.
I hear the boss will be going with you on...
Lightning and I have some catching up to do.
I feel sorry for that Elmer kid.
Yeah. Peace. The Sons of Atmos. Of course your ass would show up. I run past here last time.
What's done is done. You're down.
Okay, fine. We'll go check that path. I see a character. So, where do you go to appraise items? And what the hell are these?
Let's not get too cocky. Now.
We'll all be reborn.
Pretty sure you have to give the kid his tools in the end. Oh, so he's an appraisal. Okay. I have no idea where that is.
I tried to analyze the door. It's no good. I just can't seem to get any readings. There's some sort of irregular force field blocking my sensors. Light, I'm afraid I can't offer any more help right now. We can try again later. The ruins which hold the Holy Clavis are in the giant sandbox. Wouldn't it be wise to go back and look for it there?
Da-da-dum. Yes, I think. I was going to check up this path. Yeah.
Reminds me of the old days, fighting together.
Yeah, look at that. Nothing. So much nothing. Yeah, I see it.
Isn't this the kind of magnifying glass that appraisers use? It looks like it's pretty worn.
It does look rather old, but it seems like it's been taken good care of. Maybe this is the instrument that Elmer was talking about. The next time you stop by the bandit settlement, you should show him what you found. The bandit gang's records indicate they already searched this whole region. Light, I hate to be a drag, but I don't think you'll find any hint of the Clavis here.
You're not a seed hunter, are you? Then why the hell am I standing here talking to you?
What is it? Don't tell me you actually found something.
Is this it? What you threw away?
How did you... Dad's loop?
Dad?
Never mind that. Just give it back to me. Now!
You want it back? Who was it that told me I was welcome to whatever I could find? I'm not sure I want to give it up.
Fine. I'll talk if I have to. My dad was a great bandit, okay? But he was also a great appraiser. He spent his whole life studying the relics in these ruins.
So he wanted you to follow in his footsteps?
No, it wasn't like that. Not at all. He taught me everything he knew so that I could become a scholar. He wanted me to be able to unravel the mysteries of the past. But then he disappeared. Never made it home. No one ever found any clue as to what happened. He left me and took my only chance at becoming a scholar with him. Didn't have much choice. I could appraise or starve.
Is that why you threw away his tools? In order to spite your father?
It was stupid. I was stupid. I should have just done what my dad wanted and kept working to be a real scholar. But he's gone, and it's too late now. This world is nearly done for. But if I'm ever reborn, I promise I'll take things a bit more seriously. I'll give it my all. I'll study hard, and I'll become a great scholar and solve all kinds of mysteries.
Very well.
Maybe that's too much to ask for.
You should dream big, and the first step to making your dream come true is believing it can come true.
If I want to make my dreams come true, I know that's what if you find any treasures in the ruins or out in the desert, want me to appraise any? Whoa, that's some great treasure you... Come back whenever you... Come back. No one really knows what happened to my dad after he went missing, but I like to think
I don't
he's
even have
still
to do
watching.
anything. Just pluck him and have things. Awesome.
All right, lads. Dig the sand out of your ears and listen up. All of you who've given up on the Clavis have been taking it easy and had a little change of heart. You got that?
I'll be watching your progress.
I've been surveying the but
Oh shit. I clicked the wrong one, didn't I? No, I was gonna go check out the board, see if I got anything.
Miss Mighty save.
None.
There's not much here, is there? I have to be honest. It's
I know I can't take that other one yet. But I might as well go look up that way to see if there's a cacti or something. Mm-hmm.
If you need any supplies, you'd better...
Welcome! You do know of... Not that there are many rival...
Gil won't do you much good out in the desert. Might as well use it now to get the things that may save your miserable life.
You've gotten really close to the giant's hand. The entrance.
When traveling to the ruins, take lots of recover items. Be prepared or die. Nope. That's a... mission itself. And no cactus.
Think you can take us? Get back to where you belong.
You're not looking too good. Stay away from any trouble.
What you talking about? It looked great.
According to the information we got from the bandits, the entrance to the ruins is marked by a very clear landmark. They say it's a giant hand buried in the sand. Like, do you see anything like that? Sounds like it'd be easy to spot.
I think I'm done what I can do in here.
What do you think you're doing, blundering around here and interrupting my precious sleep? You lost or something?
Just looking for a story. I hear that you once had big dreams of striking it rich.
Whatever dreams I had have been lost under the sands.
Then why stay? Why stick it out in the desert?
I owe it to my wife. She's gone now, but the one thing she valued more than her own life is still out there in that desert. If I could just get it back, I'd be gone from here and never look back.
What could be so important?
Her arithmometer. Back when she was alive, back when we still had our shop, my wife was in charge of keeping the books. I never was good at numbers. But my wife, Monica, she lived by that arithmometer. We're gonna have great sales this month. Next month will be the one for us. Plugging numbers into that silly thing of hers. All with the most joyous smile you've ever seen. That smile of hers.
Is this something I can easily get?
And then one day those monsters stole my treasure away from me. Everything ended. My business, my life. I lost Monica and her smile. Now the only wares I have to sell to anyone are regret and despair.
I see. I'm sorry. Do you really think you'll be able to move on if you find your wife's memento, though?
Sure as the desert's dry. If I could just find that arithmometer for her, I'd be done with this place in a heartbeat.
You should consider looking for that arithmometer.
The only things I've got, regret goes for...
But Ramon's been looking all this time and never found it.
Okay.
Found it. It seems it won't be easy to get back.
To the victor, the spoils.
I might have to teleport first. Oh. Just anywhere? Now, should I go back there? Okay. It's near here. Hmm. The dead end at southwest, I think. So, let's see. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I thought I was picking shit up. Oh, I don't have any EP. Of course I don't.
Fang, get my back. Will be reborn. The light of your soul is mine. Okay, gotta hang it. Gotta hang in.
Son of a bitch.
Be careful, Light. You were able to escape from...
Fang, get my back. It's your most valuable treasure. Is this the arithmometer?
That must be it. The thing Ramon was looking for. His last memento of his wife. It's broken, but it wouldn't hurt to take it back to him.
Can't even get the treasure because I don't have any of those points.
This is my wife's. I'd know it anywhere. The arithmometer that she so loved.
You've got your wife's memento back, so now you can leave the desert anytime you want. Isn't that right?
Like I've got any place else to go. Anyway, it would have been better if you'd just never found it.
Really?
I want to say goodbye to the desert where my wife died. But I don't want to leave the desert where she lived. Don't you see? Now what am I supposed to do?
That's up to you. And if you can't figure it out yourself, well, then why don't you just think about what your wife would have wanted for you?
What Monica would have wanted. She always wanted me to make it out here as a merchant. Me and my shop. She wanted to help me achieve my dream of striking it rich.
I guess you have your answer. If you're going back into business, how about I be your first customer?
Yeah.
I'd like that. After all, I owe you. You brought me back. You brought our dream back to life.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for stopping by.
I don't know what these are. But they're mine.
Monica must be smiling.
Your scans. Hey.
You did it! You made someone's prayers come true! In return, they wanted you to have this. It's what you've always wanted, isn't it? What you've always dreamed about? No?
Okay, so there's literally like 1 game hour left. Will that send me back to the other place after it's up?
Just so you know, the trains are running.
Oh, okay.
Here for the train?
I was thinking about going back to try that chocobo killer.
Sorry, Lightning, but I am the boss. When you come back.
Okay.
Chocobocolina! Here, this is for you. I'm a splendiferous.
No, don't talk to her again.
Do you like it here in the wildland? Is it for you? If it is, it might be worth heading over to the Dead Dunes, too. I know it sounds like a scary place, and it is.
North of here lies a desolate land that's littered with the hulks of downed airships. Hardly anyone goes. If you manage to trek across that land, there's a man who lives in that wreckage. Of course, he's
you
not
already
the
told me.
I hear he used to be.
God damn it.
I'll release your soul. Now. Don't even try. Fate is what it is. Final words?
None at all. Yeah. Gotta sneak in that way. No, I gotta go all the way around. Slimes. God damn. Yep, that's the plan.
chocobo. I found it.
He's injured. You have to help him.
I don't plan on losing. No looking back.
Oh, I only have one potion.
The end is close. Your soul is my plunder. I need more time. Time can't.
Okay, I could have, but I realized I came here with no
You
potions.
escaped from harm, but
Came here with one potion. Maybe if I guard a little better. Damn, I wish I would have bought some potions.
if you want to find the prey, seek out the predator. It makes sense. You should head east and find the city of...
Better be careful. The light of your soul is mine. Get back to where you come. It's your funeral.
Oh, alright. You know what? I've had enough of that. But I'll pick this back up tomorrow. Have a good night. Back again tomorrow. Later. Night all.